Welcome back to another video. My name's Adam, and today we're starting a new series, which is I critique my followers' reels. And thank you to Gabriel for sending in the very first one. This is a sound redesign clip. I know nothing about it yet. I've only opened it just to make sure the audio works. But this is a complete dry react, and yeah, we're going to break down basically what the clip is and how I would approach it myself, and the good points and how the mix is, all that sort of stuff. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so this clip is 43 seconds long. As I said, we'll go straight into it and then we'll listen to the entire thing and then break it down afterwards. So let's go. Jesus Christ, bro. Whew. Ship it. It's good. Oh my word. Okay, so the mix, the use of silence throughout is impeccable. Let's see some of that again. I've not heard of what this is. Saber Alta versus Ryder. Knights Heavens. I'm a bit of a boomer in that sense. I don't actually know what this is from, but that is very cool. Immediately love that really like low, crunchy, punchy, wobbly sound. It's so present. Ooh, so there's a bunch of different elements in there. I'm going to try and see if VLC has a way to like add an ADSR to my pausing so it's less sharp. Anyway, so I'm hearing a bunch of different elements in there. There's some like typical like anime sound effects, like like the sort of Goku teleporting sound. There's like a shing sort of sound. Really nice. I will say there's that tremolo sound in there. Really like using that tremolo to really add the sense of motion. It's amazing. Now, there's such an interesting concept going on here. It's like such a call and response. You hear these two characters. There's the initial sound. It's almost like the beginning of a fight. You're hearing like them do this sort of like auditory roar at each other, you know? And then it cuts to kind of like a really low silence. So it kind of like swells and then it drops straight down. It's great. Oh my god, there's just so much to talk about. The low rumbly sound of this sword hitting the ground is so nice. It's like really, it's musical in a very like really satisfying way. In a way that's quite risky and quite bold to do because it's so musical, but it works exceptionally here. Ooh, interesting. Now my first gripe is those rock tumbly sounds sound a little low sample rate. They sound like a little bit like there's not the high-end content that I'm looking for. Yeah, just there. Yeah. Given how high frequency content everything else is, those rock assets are really sticking out to me as a nitpick. Oh my god, I'd love to know what that was. Yeah, that is lovely. Those, I don't know what that is, like some sort of like low frequency kind of thing sent through a Doppler. Yeah, it sounds great. The low frequency there is so nice because it's very present and it's very low, but it doesn't sound muddy. And that's a really difficult thing to achieve, I think. It's like pure just bass without that like muddiness. It's great. Oh my god. Yeah, so after those big hits, so we're hearing those footsteps in there. It'd be nice to hear those footsteps coming up a little bit more in the mix. I think they should be really slappy and really, really as present as everything else. Because we can hear them in between the other things. Given that there's like a purple aura around this character, I think that the running footsteps symbolically should be as loud as this power-up that's going on, because this is like a pre-charge for whatever's about to happen. So when there's this hit here and there's a huge reverb swell and everything kind of goes silent, other than just like the space in the room sounds, it is so cool. It is really, really bold to just hold that silence. It's so easy to just get like carried away with having overstimulation in the sounds, but in this case, it's so restrained where it needs to be. Like here, let's listen to this part when they attack in a second. There's two versions. There's two moments back to back that do it. There's three. There's four. Okay, so there's those moments where there's the hit, and then you kind of hear the after effects of what's happened after those hits. Let's see what else. Ooh, so those whooshy sounds, those like kind of low distorted things. So I can hear those wind sounds and those low boomy sounds are distorted, but in a really like tasteful way, and that's something that I've came to terms with whilst designing sounds over the years. I was petrified of using distortion for things in the first place, because I always was under the impression, why would you want to distort a sound? But as I sort of increase my tool bag a bit more, I suppose, distortion is such a useful tool for just adding that punch that nothing else really kind of does. So yeah, there is the perfect time to use it, especially when there's a lot of electricity on screen, a lot of like force pushing and sort of really otherworldly things going on. So yeah, really, really tasteful use of that distortion there. I love the percussive hit at the end there as well. It's almost like very Tears of the Kingdom-esque, like sort of UI sound. Yeah, that is awesome. That was so cool. Yeah, I guess one last little bit of feedback is I wish there was a bit more of that reverb swell after this first impact. It seems to be the only one that doesn't really have that. It has the silence, but it doesn't have that really nice reverb that the others do. So like, let's just find the bit I mean. So that finishes, and that's very dry, as opposed to the other bits that have a similar sort of window after the attack. But that, yeah, I can tell that ends in a very dry way, whereas the others all end in quite a lot of reverb and that like sense of space opening up, you know? Again, very nitpicky, but holy, Gabriel, this is incredible work. This is so, so good. And yeah, thank you so much for sending in the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to appease the algorithm gods. And Gabriel, thank you so much for sending in your video. If anyone else has any other videos to send in, please send them to me, whether it's LinkedIn or Discord or Airwiggles, anything like that. Send it my way and I'll review it. But yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Peace!